Everybody, it's Lauren. Welcome back to Take Action Tuesday. I am really excited about today's episode because it is incredibly functional and you can start using it today. We are going to be talking about this idea of connection over compliance and what does it mean and how does it fit into AAC intervention and support. So let's dive in. We will start by defining the two. So, connection is when we build a relationship with another person. Compliance, when we complete an act to meet the expectations of another person. So, hopefully, just by even hearing these definitions, you can really see that there's a big difference between the two. So, when we look at compliance based interactions, it may look something like this. The therapist or teacher or parent is asking a lot of questions, waiting for a response from the AAC user. What color is this? What animal is that? Where does this go? And so on. It may also be a really heavy direction-oriented task. Put the cow in the barn, find the green star, kick the ball, and so on. And you can see with these interactions, they're really designed to elicit a specific response from the AAC user. And the key word here being specific. We are expecting the AAC user to complete a series of tasks, either for their learning or just to participate in an interaction. A really good way to check if you are doing something that is more compliance-based is to ask yourself, am I expecting them to do something specific? So, am I expecting them to follow a direction? Am I expecting them to say this specific word? Am I asking them and expecting them to take a turn in the conversation? So this mindset question really gives you good insight into that compliance-based piece. And I'm going to show you a quick video example of what this could look like with an AAC device. Before I show you the video, I want you to understand that every time I take a video, I go back and see things that I could have done better or been more efficient at. So know that this will likely happen with you. None of the videos I ever show will be perfect, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of what that compliance-based interaction might look like and what that connection-based interaction is going to look at. So let's look at the more compliance-based video.
Yeah, on, we're gonna
put on
put on
put on
put on. Oh, I see. What color? No. What color? What color?
purple
Purple. What color? That's not blue. What color? What color?
green
Green. Yeah, it needs to
go
go on top. Go on top. Yeah, put on top. No? Okay.
Okay, so hopefully you can see there was more quizzing. I was asking more questions. I was giving specific directions. At some point, she even just tells me no. Like, that's a pretty good indicator that we're kind of going more in that compliance direction when they straight up tell you no and protest your activity. So the opposite is really focusing more on connection. And it's an interaction based on connection when you're leaning into the user's preference. You're focused on building that rapport, making communication fun, and really more engaging. So in a speech room, this may be playing with the child's favorite toy puzzle, maybe talking with AAC and saying, I found it, where is it, we did it, turn it around, and many more phrases. So you can see they're less directive and more conversational. When we are in a connection-based interaction, we are really looking for engagement with the other person. So after I talk with AAC, I am waiting to see if the user wants to respond, but I'm not expecting them to respond. So this engagement on their behalf could be facial expressions. It could be communicating verbally. It could be communicating with their AAC device. It could be communicating with their body language. It could be in some way indicating a continuation of the activity. It could also even be them being bored or protesting the activity in whatever way. So a really good way to check in on whether or not you're doing something that's more connection-based would be to ask, did I build a relationship today? Did I let the learner share what they wanted to? And did we have fun? So this is going to give you a lot of insight more on that connection piece, really that more conversational piece where we really immerse them in a lot more language to interact with their everyday lives. So again, here's another video that is more connection-based.
They go.
They go. You're right. They go on top. No. No. You want to take them
Off.
off. Oh.
See.
I see.
Purple.
See a purple one. Oh, look at that.
Go. On. Go on.
Go on. We're gonna
Build. It.
we're gonna build it.
Up. Go on, build it up.
Build it up, up. Uh-oh. We need to
Turn. It.
oh, nom 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 nom. Oh, it's so
Good.
good. Nom 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 nom. That's also really, really
Silly.
silly.
So hopefully you can see the difference in these two videos that we shared today. This last one, I really leaned into whatever she wanted to do. She wanted to eat the blocks. Let's eat the blocks and let's talk about how good they are. We adapt what we're doing to meet their needs. Let's take both of these ideas a little bit farther and we'll break them down just verbally for you also. So we're doing an activity with Legos, and compliance could be withholding the Lego from the individual until they request it, asking them to do a specific order, asking them questions about their building, and then expecting them to take turns. You saw some of this in the video, but there's some other examples thrown in for you. Also, a more connection-based approach would be using wait time to support opportunities for communication, commenting on what they're doing, sharing thoughts about their building, and attempting turn taking. So again, you could see some of these in the video, but there's a couple other examples intertwined here for you also. I do want to take a second to mention this. I do realize that there is a time and place for compliance-based tasks and direct instruction. There are individuals and situations that really may need you to sit down and teach a word, a motor plan, or a skill. And this is okay. When we do this, we need to be checking in to make sure that we're also talking with AAC and providing connection-based activities too. It should be more heavy on the connection-based activity than it is on the compliance-based activity. Because we know that kids can learn through play. And we can play and build connections and learn all at the same time. And that's really the most effective way for our AAC users to gain more skills and knowledge with their AAC device. So coming back a little bit, what is the best approach? We really want and need to start with connection. We need to create a happy, relaxed environment around learning communication so that it can generalize and grow. When we start with compliance, what we do is we create, in some cases, this negative stigma around the device where users only use it to answer questions or request more or say they're all done. You see this, you see them almost get stuck a lot of times in those more compliance-driven activities. And if you started here already, I don't want you to worry. I don't want you to beat yourself up. We've all done that. We've all been there. And now that we know better, we can do better. And you can switch to this connection-based approach and really kind of rewrite that compliance mindset. It is totally possible to do. So if this is you, take a step back and really reflect on where you can add in more communication opportunities that are conversational, and start there. Take that activity and start with that one activity, and then go back to the basics and really allow for wait time and exploration of the device. So hopefully today you were able to gain some insight on that idea of connection over compliance and where they both stand in regards to AAC. I really hope that you are able to take a couple of the strategies that we talked about today and implement them tomorrow and see better results from your kids. And really, when I say better results, see more connection building and communication opportunities evolve. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a good one.